Hello everyone, it's that college football guy here with another video. Well, yeah, it's late and I just finished a little bit ago for the night. I ran out of hours, pulled in here and parked like 2 minutes left in my time here in Adairsville, Georgia. Got to make it delivered to Smyrna, Georgia in the morning, and then I think from there I go to, I'm not sure where I go next, but there could be two different loads. They're deciding which one I go to next. But anyway, we did the Big Ten yesterday for their non-con games. The day before was the ACC. Now it's time for the Big 12 and their non-con schedule. With their each team, because there's a 14-team conference with Oklahoma and Texas still there with the 4 new additions. Only 3 non-con games per team this year. So first off, let's get the housekeeping out the way. Everyone, please smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps with the analytics, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think about this. About these schedules here, non-cons. We do have one that has the toughest, in my opinion, but weakest, I'm going to let y'all decide that in the comments. So, let me know what you think about this. Subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 400 subscribers. Let's see if we can get there. Now, let's do this in alphabetical order, okay? We're starting off with Baylor. They're non-cons. Week 1 versus Texas State. Week 2 versus Utah. Week 3 versus Long Island. So, we got one cupcake game, Power 5 opponent, and a group of 5. I don't know how that's going to go there. The Utah game is definitely going to be tough for them. But they're in Baylor, not traveling to Utah, so that's an advantage. BYU, Week 1 versus Sam Houston. Week 2 versus Southern Utah. Week 3 at Arkansas. That's going to be a tough game for BYU going down there. Cincinnati, Week 1 versus Eastern Kentucky. Week 2 at Pitt. Week 3 versus Miami of Ohio. Traveling to Pitt, that's going to be an interesting schedule for them. We'll see how that goes. Houston, newest member, another new member in here. Week 1 versus UTSA. That's going to be a game. Week 2 at Rice. Week 4 versus Sam Houston. Iowa State. Week 1 versus Northern Iowa. Week 2 versus Iowa. That is always a great game. Hopefully they can score some points in that one. And Week 3 at Ohio. Ohio, who I believe won the MAC conference last year. Kansas. Week 1 versus Missouri State. Week 2 versus Illinois. That's going to be an important game for them. 2 surprising teams. Week 3 at Nevada. Kansas had a lot of super seniors on their team last year. A lot of them are gone. Nevada's a young team, and you got to travel west, so that could be a potential upset game. Kansas State. Week 1 versus Southeast Missouri. Week 2 versus Troy, and Week 3 at Missouri. That's going to be an interesting game there. Oklahoma. Yeah, this might be the easy one here. We'll see. Week 1 versus Arkansas State. Week 2 versus SMU. Week 3 at Tulsa. Yeah. Oklahoma State. Week 1 versus Central Arkansas. Week 2 at Arizona State. Oklahoma State got to travel west. That could be a trap game. That could be interesting. And Week 3 versus South Alabama. Now we got TCU. Week 1 at home versus Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. That's going to be a fun game to watch just to see how they react to things. Week 2 versus Nichols. Week 4 versus SMU. So they got all 4 of their games at home. Texas. Week 1 versus Rice. Week 2 at Alabama. Head down to Tuscaloosa and see how fun it is. And Week 3 versus Wyoming. Texas Tech, Week 1 at Wyoming, Week 2 versus Oregon, and Week 3 versus Tarleton State. The Oregon-Texas Tech game, that's going to be an interesting one to watch. UCF, Week 1 versus Kent State, Week 2 at Boise State. Orlando, Florida, traveling to the Smurf Turf in Boise. And Boise State almost won the Mountain West, and UCF didn't do too good, plus you're stepping up in competition. Boise might do some damage to you. Week 3 versus Villanova for UCF. And West Virginia, last. They're the ones who I think has the toughest non-con schedule. Why? Week 1 at Penn State. That's a tough game. Week 2 versus Duquesne. Week 3, backyard brawl hosting Pitt. Yeah, folks, they're the other ones with 2 Power 5 opponents. One of the worst team in the worst team in the Big 12 last year has the toughest non-con schedule. You can't fault them for not scheduling tough opponents. They're not like Oklahoma over here with 3 cupcakes. But let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Did West Virginia have the toughest schedule? Who do you think had the weakest schedule? I know we set some subscribers so their schools are mentioned here. You happy with your non-con schedule? Where you wish they could have scheduled somebody else? Or substitute out? Are you happy with it? Let me know down in the comments. So, thanks everybody for watching the video. Hopefully everybody had a great day. The reason I got in here so late is because I had to avoid a accident on I-24 before it hit I-75 where somebody's car caught on fire on the freeway. Be safe out there, and please be good to each other.